What is an API? An API stands for Application Programming Interface. An API enables communication between one application to another or one server to another. An example of this would be like using MapQuest or looking for directions on a website of a business that you're on. The end user, which is the person that's using, let's say, their phone, they're on a website looking for directions, or actually they're on a website to a bistro, and in that link is a directions that allows them to look at MapQuest so that they can punch in the information and get directions to where they're headed so that they can locate the business. An API is as simple as using a code from, let's say, MapQuest into a code of that business's website. It's kind of like the middleman that allows each entity to speak to each other. This creates a satisfaction for customers because the customer does not have to go out of the app and then go into like a MapQuest to look for directions. So my interest in API was looking into MapQuest Developer. MapQuest Developer allows a computer programmer to embed codes within the text editor while they are making the website or an application. This allows that each of the sites talk to each other without the end user having to go through all the hoops. An API can be used through many different types of devices, whether it's a smartphone or a desktop or a laptop. The programmer just happens to embed that code within the site. In MapQuest Developer, when you're actually on the site, the user will have to create an account, and that allows them access to the site. They can not only communicate between programmers, but they can also look up exact coding that they need to place within their website. So it takes the guessing out of anything, and it allows the programmer to create a site for their end user or their business that they're creating for. Under the API, there's several different features. A programmer also needs to look at their data manager as well as choose one of their options, whether it's they're wanting directions API or a G-coding API or an icon API, and the list goes on and on within this application. So just to show you an example of what it would look like, I am on this website of a Lighthouse Island Bistro, and there is a directions link to enable MapQuest. So once a person actually chooses this directions link, then I'll open up the MapQuest and they can punch in the directions so that they receive their directions automatically to their phone. What I have learned that there are many different APIs available, and it's important for a programmer to know how they work, how to access these to help their future careers. An API can also connect programmers together depending on if the application has it within its website like the MapQuest Developer does. You can actually sign up to talk to each other so that you can assist each other in one thing or another. And also the availability of an API is an important feature for programmers and businesses alike. Thank you.